Well, it's time now for a look at today's French newspapers with our press reviewer, Nicholas Rushworth. Hello.
Hi, Lorna.
So you're going to start off with Libération.
Well, Libération today has a picture of a mosque on its front page, and there you can see the headline, Face aux croisés anti-Islam. Now, croisés is crusades, how to deal with the anti-Islam crusades. And that's really the words of the Muslim community in France. And they're saying that they face hardships, difficulty and threats, and they want François Hollande to really stand up, come out clean and condemn in a solemn statement this anti-Islam crusades that they are seeing in France. There, the editorial in Libération is entitled Exasperation, and the editorial is saying, yes, François Hollande must address these concerns among the Muslim community in France. There is no political direction at the moment for the Muslim community. It reminds the readers of Libération that, in fact, the Muslims make up the second religion, Islam, of France, and the solemn statement must be made.
Okay, well, as you said, the editorial is advising the government also to listen to that call as well.
Well, it is, but it's also looking at a piece about someone we heard a lot about before in France in March, the Toulouse gunman, if you remember him, Mohamed Merah. So yes, make that call, but also address this whole issue of young extremists. And again in Libération this morning, we've got a piece which is an interview with Mohamed Merah's brother. Now, he has two brothers. This brother there, you can see in the photo, is Abdel Ghani. He's written a book saying, I condemn racial and religious hatred in France. Now, he is saying that I can not justify my brother's actions in Toulouse, but I can understand them. He was beaten by his dad when he was very young. His other brother, Kader, dominated him, and it was Kader who first turned to the Salafists in Toulouse. Kader, who liked to be called Ben Laden. So that's all over this Libération this morning, the concerns of the Muslim community.
Okay, well, another top story today is a financial one because it concerns a new tax on French people, but this tax has an English name. It's being called the so-called exit tax.
Well, we're hearing a lot in France, aren't we, about taxes in general and the burdens that French companies face. Now, this is in Les Echos. There you can see l'exit tax des entreprises, the company's exit tax. Now, I was staggered here. Why are they calling it the exit tax in English when it's actually a French tax that concerns stopping people going to other countries, notably English-speaking ones, maybe London or the States or Australia or anywhere. But this tax, basically, the news today now is that the government is really determined to get this tax through, and to do that, it's going to make it comply to EU requirements. So there'll be no problems with it when it comes to the legislation stage, the voting stage. Now, of course, the idea here is that companies that try to leave and go abroad for the advantages they get will actually be taxed on what are, Lorna, their kind of latent capital gains, if you like, their latent advantage in that. So, of course, this is all taking place amid a debate about how to make France competitive, what's the burden for employers and so on.
Okay, well, moving on to another paper, they're also looking at a story about doing business, but this time on a Sunday.
Well, there are people in Paris protesting. We see that a lot. This time it's actually workers in various shops who are calling on the right to work on a Sunday. Now, this is bearing in mind, of course, the Christmas rush as it's coming our way. And the Sunday this year will be the 23rd of December will be the Sunday. So that will be the big shopping day before Christmas, which for the French is on the 24th, Christmas Eve. Now, one of the workers there is saying, I'm losing 200 euros a week by not working. And there are various people there. You can see that story. I'm losing out. That paper also talks to people on the street and says, well, what do you think? Should we have more Sunday opening? And two guys say, no, this is a day of rest. Three of the people say, well, it is better for them. It's hard now to set their life sorted. So on Sunday, it would be nice to do some shopping. Now, just to end, I want to look at a story that I thought on the front page of the free paper, 20 Minutes. And I thought, well, this has got to be one of the worst front pages in in history. It basically shows a queue of people at a fast food stand outside on the street. And I thought, why on earth is 20 Minutes leading with this? And this is because it's saying there's a trend in Paris for these kind of pop-up stands that are selling various kinds of food, and people are queuing up. And I was like, well, is this because they're poor? Is this a soup kitchen? No, it's not. They're saying that there's a trend of an American-style truck stop, and this is quality food. So the French getting their food fix on the street as well now.
Wow, yeah, street food not perhaps normally a feature of Parisian life. Thank you very much indeed, Nicholas, for that look at today's French newspapers.